Good morning, guys. It's your favorite world history teacher. If I'm not your favorite, just don't tell me. It's Friday. It's the 10th of April, and you're going to get a few videos from me today. But the first one that I wanted to talk to you about was, I have in front of me here, I have all of the feedback that you gave me on Tuesday when I asked you just like the questions about how much you're checking in on Google Classroom and how you're feeling and what has brought you joy and what are you worried about and all that stuff. So I wanted to share these out with you because I think it's important for you to know that you are not alone right now in your worries and in the things that are making you happy. But there were three things that were consistent for almost all of you, and you were worried about your own health, and you were worried about the health of your families. And so for that, the way I am thinking about this right now, when my brain starts to like worry about the future and the what ifs, like, and doing all those like, well, what if this happens and what if that happens? I am kind of taking a page from like people who struggle with addiction, which is one day at a time. You can only do, hey baby, good morning. You can only do one day at a time. You can only get through one day at a time. So you do your best each day. And that's how you look at it. Am I washing my hands a lot? Every time I come in from going outside? Every time I bring in some groceries or help with something that's coming in from the outside, am I washing my hands? If I do have to go out, am I wearing a mask? Am I staying away from people who are a little more susceptible? Because what if I'm a carrier? Because that's a concern. Doing all the things that you're supposed to do and doing one day at a time. Are you healthy today? Are you feeling good today? Can you go take a walk? Okay. Doing those things is really important, and trying to just focus on one day at a time and just kind of being present like where you are. And remember, feelings aren't facts. So when you start to worry about something that hasn't happened or might not ever happen, we start to like get all nervous and anxious. So like being mindful and working on our breathing and our breath work, which is really important too. Okay, but you're not alone. Let's see, what else were you worried about? You were also really worried about school and doing school and staying motivated, and worried about like missing work and things like that. So for that piece, I'm going to do a whole separate video on how to do school from home, because I think we kind of need a little bit of a refresher and a reminder of how to do school at home. But just trying to be self-motivated is hard. So staying organized, coming up with routines, asking questions when you have them, and not being afraid to like one thing at a time, and to not get overwhelmed. Okay? Oh, that TV just turned on and I'm not distracted. It's hard to work from home, you guys. There's distractions everywhere and humans everywhere. The last thing that you were worried about was not seeing your friends, and that sucks, and that is hard. I'm feeling it too. I didn't realize how much I hugged my friends until I couldn't see them and hug them anymore. And I get to hug my kids, and I get to hug my husband. But I'll tell you what, my kids, I get about 23 seconds, and then they're like, okay, enough. I just want to snuggle. So I get it. It is hard to be away from your friends. So it's a weird time, and we have to do the things that we can to connect with our friends. So I've been using the Marco Polo app a ton with my groups of girlfriends, and that's been super fun. So if you're not familiar with the Marco Polo app, it's like video video messaging to each other, but it's not hogging up a bunch of space on your phone. It's not going out to like all of your followers or whatever. It's just like to the little group that you set up, and that's been really fun and helpful. We've also set up some Zoom dates where we like, all right, 11 o'clock Saturday morning, we're gonna have coffee together, like see you on the couch, and that's been really helpful too. So I've also been phone calling. I've also been making like just phone calls to friends who are far away. Well, and actually who are close that I just can't see when I go to take a walk. And that's like killing two birds with one stone. I'm moving my body, which feels good. I'm getting out in the fresh air, which feels good. And I'm talking to somebody who I can't see right now. So getting caught up. So that's been nice. So doing those things is helpful. Even contacting people that you haven't spoken to in a while just to check in on them. I've been trying to do some of that. Letter writing has been great as well. So if you've got stamps, that's a good one. And it's like it's like getting a gift in the mail, you know, which is super fun. So those were the things that you were worried about. Now, here are the things that are bringing you joy. And this list made me happy. So things you're doing well or things that you're enjoying. Okay. You are spending time outside. I had a lot of people fishing, which is so awesome. I hope you can freeze some of it and save it for me. You've been sleeping in, which has been feeling good to you. A lot of you have been enjoying family time and sibling time. So it's kind of nice right now, I have to say, not feeling so rushed to get to practices and games and this event and that event, and just to kind of like chill a little bit has been nice. You've been texting friends, you've been gaming with your friends online. A lot of you have been spending just time just in the sun, just like, even if you're inside, just finding like that patch of light and like laying in it has been feeling good to you. I get it. I get into cat mode sometimes myself. Art has been feeling good to you. Trying new things. Some of you have been trying some new skills, and some of you have gotten new pets, which is really exciting. My brother is getting a new dog, or he got a new dog yesterday. I want to have a puppy party. Oh, puppies are so cute. A lot of you have been enjoying music, taking walks, cooking and baking, and having some movie marathons, which is fun too. So the two things that I am super so proud of right now with you guys is that a lot of you talked about taking care of your mental health, and being really conscious of your mental health, sticking with your counselors remotely when you have appointments or when you feel like you need them. Gosh, I am so proud of you for that. I've been doing my therapy as well, and we haven't been digging as deep because we're just really trying to make sure we're doing good on the surface right now, but it's been so helpful. And one of you, and I'm not going to say who, has stopped smoking. And I was so glad for that share. That person was like, I don't know if I should share this with you. I am so glad that you did. I'm not a dummy. I know that some of you smoke and vape or have like true addiction issues, and that sucks. And I am, gosh, so proud that you've stopped smoking. You know, you are. But that's really awesome. So it really makes my heart happy knowing that you are using this time right now to try to do something positive where you can. So I just wanted you to know I'm very super proud of you. All right, so you've got some things on your mind. I hope that my tips helped you with that. I'm really proud of you for doing the things that are bringing you joy and making you happy, and I hope that you do more of those things. And I'm going to do a whole separate video on how to do school from home because, ugh, it ain't easy. For me, and I'm guessing for you too. If you are like my high schooler, you know, it's not easy. So, keep doing the things that bring you joy. Find some routines in your day and in your week that make you happy, and I will talk to you later.